So today we are testing the Timex Ironman Huckberry collaboration. If that Yep, let's be completely honest. It's a really cool watch. I like it a lot. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I already tested this watch through everything that I did from the last watch, and it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough for an Ironman. Of course it passed with flying colors. It's an Ironman. I think I need to step it up just a notch. We have the wood block here because this is going to be our drop test. We're going to go up a notch. Instead of 5 to 6.5 feet, we're going to be around 8 feet here. You're just going to have to trust me on this. This is around 8 feet. I'm pretty sure this watch is going to pass with flying colors too. That's 2. I'm gonna do watch face down, side, just keeps going. I didn't really think anything's gonna happen to the Timex dropping it from 8 feet. So since dropping it's not good enough, what if we kind of spike it like a football? So I'm gonna take it, we're gonna do this like maybe 3 times. All right, this is gonna be a pretty tough one. Oh, well, there you go. Still working. Okay, we gotta check this out. The case actually broke. You know, that actually kind of makes sense. It is plastic, it's not metal, and so that's why the band popped out. Maybe I could still do a band test on this side, but look at that. One of the lugs just snapped clean off, so I think I'm gonna put it on a hold for, you know what? I'm gonna do another spike test. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I know this just broke, but we'll see. I said 2 to 3. Or did I say 3 to 4? I think I said 2 to 3. So we're gonna do another spike test right now. Okay, this is, I don't know why I'm getting nervous doing this. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. That was a clean hit. Clean hit. And nothing. Absolutely nothing. No break on the lug. Because I think that was just straight on the watch face itself. That honestly, that's still a pass in my book. Oh, okay, well maybe not. The lug did break, but thing's still ticking. It's a Timex. I do want to clarify, I tested this watch last week. That's why we have a couple scratches right there. Test was not good enough for this watch. It needs to be a little bit more extreme, and I know these tests in general are to be realistic, and I'm still going through the same test, just make it a bit more extreme. So this is the mud test. And just gently put the watch and just keep going. Okay, that looks pretty good. And so let's say, you know, you're doing a Tough Mudder and you drop your watch and it just gets scooped up in all this dirt and mud and rock and who knows what else is in here. And I don't know, maybe someone comes and runs right on it and just kind of, there he steps on it. If that very realistic scenario did happen, this is a lot of mud to wash off. I'm pretty sure your Timex Ironman will be just fine. Look at that, so cool. See if these modes are still going. Yep, look at that. Buttons still work. Buttons work. And the Timex is still ticking. So, on to the next test. Now, I'm not going to be able to wear the watch for this bump test, where I just, I wear and I bump my hand into my enemy, the door handle. But what I will do, I'll do the same thing what I do with the wooden post. And just get the door a little dirty as well. Okay, well, that did it. If you take your watch and you whack it extremely hard on the door handle, it will crack it. See those? There's some numbers in there, and then I'm changing the mode. So it still wants to work. So if it's still working, we're still testing it. On to the band test. I'm not gonna bang this on the wood. I think it had enough with the door handle, so we're gonna go straight to the band test. So after the extreme doorknob beating, it's still working. I know it's not working like I can use it, but the fact that it's still on is impressive to me. So we're gonna do the band test. We're just gonna see if I can pop this out. Yep. I mean, it's a spring bar, it's gonna pop out. The lug didn't break. I could probably even put it back in, but we're gonna see the band real quick. That's what I really wanna test, because the spring bar will always fail. See if we can get this band. Nope, that band is gonna stay in there. Let's see this here real quick. Yep, the band's good. It's good. Just trying to see if I can tear this band, and I'm definitely getting a good stretch on it, but there's no way I'm gonna tear this. Obviously, spring bar is usually always gonna fail when it comes to a watch and you're pulling real hard on it. But the band, high quality band, I mean, it's not ripping in any kind of way. So we started just with a little cut, and we'll go from there. Oh, that's still tough. I mean, I bet even if the band got cut somehow, it's still gonna last. I mean, you're gonna have to put a lot of force to make that thing rip. But honestly, that's a pass for the band. Let's be completely honest here. Last week, I put this watch through the normal test. I dropped it from 5 feet, I put it in the mud, I bumped it into the doorknob multiple times. That's where that original scratch came from. I bumped it into the wooden post. I didn't do the band test, but I did the band test today, and obviously spring bars are always gonna break, but the band itself actually held up pretty well. And after all that, I put it through the pressure test at 0.6 MPa, which is around 60 meters. I'll put that video up right now. So this watch passed with flying colors, but I felt like it wasn't enough because it's an Ironman. Today we just went a little bit extreme, and it was more for the fun. I don't have a system for an extreme test. Maybe I'll need to create one for watches like the Ironman and the G-Shock, which actually be a pretty interesting video. Leave a comment below if you want to see Ironman versus G-Shock test. After all that, it's technically working. I mean, I'm switching through the modes and some numbers will appear. So, I mean, you can see it's still technically working. It didn't die. I definitely put it through some nasty tests, and obviously I'm not gonna do the pressure test because that's just gonna kill this thing like completely. But I definitely have to say that's a pass, because it passed the normal test and then it went more than halfway with the extreme test, if that's what we want to call it now. It's a heck of a watch, and it's still alive. So thanks again for watching. Stay safe out there, and stay tuned for the next test.